Hey guys, we're back with another episode of All the Scents. Thank you for joining me. Last time we talked about a drop dizzy. Probably it's more like a drop dizzy, but it's Issey Miyake. I know I totally botched that last time. I liked it. I gave it 3 out of 5 bows, which is a compliment for me. It was a good performer. Today I'm excited to try another sample that came in the mail from Macy's. We've got Tory Burch, the signature scent of Tory Burch. Tory Burch named Tory Burch. Let's see if it says anything about the notes on here for me to read. Oh, here we go. So we've got feminine and tomboy, a bright mix of citrus and florals anchored by earthy vetiver. So I don't know if I'm a vetiver fan. I don't think that I've necessarily smelled vetiver by itself, but I think in other perfumes I have not necessarily been a fan of it, so we're gonna see what to expect. Citrus and florals I like though, so we'll find out. Alright, just like the last time, we're gonna spray it on a heat point. Don't rub it in. I'll see what I think of the top notes. I'll talk a little bit and then we'll see where the heart notes land. I smell the citrus for sure. It's a little bit like cleaner, I would have to say. A little bit like, you know, like in preschool when they would clean off your desk, or actually like now that we're in the age of COVID, like everything kind of smells like this. Never mind, not just preschool. It's settling down and it's still like cleaner, I guess. Maybe the vetiver is coming out. It's earthy. Yeah, they were right with that. Yeah. I'll talk a little bit and then come back to it and see what I think. So if you noticed here on my fragrance shelf, since last time there has been a little bit of movement in the ranks. A Drop Dizzy did not knock off any of my favorite 5 fragrances. My signature favorite is in spot number 1 over there, Chanson by Chanel. Maybe one day I'll say that right. It's going to be my signature scent for a long time, so I'm sure I'm going to learn. But now in the number 2 spot, going all the way to number 2, is that Amazing Grace Magnolia by Philosophy. It's just growing on me more and more. It's so complicated, it evolves, it's as dynamic as you can get, so I'm really loving that one. It's not for every occasion, but I'm loving it more and more. Hanging in there at number 3 is Aerin's Mediterranean Honeysuckle. We're still in the midst of spring, so I'm still loving that honeysuckle smell. I probably will year round too. I really love honeysuckle. Down to number 4 is Flora Glorious Mandarin by Gucci. I don't know what is happening with that one. So I've owned it for a month now, I think, and I feel like each time I spray it now, it smells a little bit different. I think I might be layering it with something other than the notes that are in it, and so it might be clashing recently. Maybe that's what it is, but anyway, it's moved down to number 4. And still hanging in there in number 5 is French Lilac by Pacifica. So let's return to the scent that I'm reviewing now. Again, we've got Tory Burch's Tory Burch. It's settling nicer than the first top notes were, so it's not so that kind of antibacterial alcohol smell. It's still earthy and citrusy and bright. I don't sense any floral notes in there whatsoever. It says a mix of citrus and florals, but I smell citrus, earthy, vetiver. So if that sounds like a mix of notes that you would love, maybe this one is for you. Alright, so to answer the question, who do I think would enjoy this fragrance? Well, I think it's probably made for my age group, so again, late 30s. I don't imagine anybody in their 20s wanting to smell like this. You know what? It's disappearing now. Like, as I've been, what have we been talking for 7 minutes or something? I can barely smell it anymore, actually. It's just really a light citrus, kind of like citrus water. That's, yeah, like if I squeezed lemon in water and put it on my arm, that's what I'm smelling right now. It's not holding very good. So I imagine they geared it towards my age group, maybe a little bit older, even 40s. It's fresh and it's clean, it's not heavy, so it's good for the warmer months. If I were to assign this a color, well, I just described lemon water, so clear with a little bit of yellow, very light yellow. How did it perform against my top 5 up there? Is Tory Burch going to take its place up on my shelf of champion fragrances? Unfortunately, no, not at all, not even close. It's just not for me. The sillage is probably very small. I don't imagine that if somebody came in my room right now that they would smell this. The longevity is pretty bad. 7 minutes later, I don't smell it. I barely smell it. Okay, I barely smell it. Yeah. So how many bows did Tory Burch earn from me? I'm gonna give it 2 bows. Not my favorite, not the worst in the world. I mean, at least I don't have to go in the shower and scrub this off immediately, right? But if you're into green and bright fragrances, this might be for you. If you're looking for something that you don't want to own the whole room, you don't want people in the elevator with you to pass out, this is a safe bet. I'm not sure what else it would be good for though. Alright, that's it. So subscribe to my channel for more reviews. I'm going to keep them coming at you, and I don't hold back.